Hello, I am William Parker. I will be taking the position of a CEO explaining to my employees this embezzlement case of hopes of educating them on the topic. Hello everybody, and thank you for coming to the meeting. Today I brought you all here to talk about the Lorraine Shanley embezzlement case. I'm hoping to bring this up so that you can learn what embezzlement is, how to prevent it, and hopefully in the near future you can prevent this from happening. So let's start off with what is embezzlement. Embezzlement is a white-collar crime. White-collar crime does not have a true definition, but can be best described as an illegal act committed by an individual or business using nonviolent means. This is where we get embezzlement, which is when the embezzler takes the funds directly from the victim for their own personal use. Lorraine Shanley fit all requirements for these crimes. So who is Lorraine Shanley? She is a 68-year-old woman from Staten Island, New York. She is widowed from a fallen NYPD officer and currently has one son. She worked as an executive board director of the NYPD Police Museum, and she has volunteered as treasurer of Survivors of the Shield. Well, now let's explain where she worked. She worked at Survivors of the Shield, which is a nonprofit organization founded in 1988. Their goal is to support the families of fallen NYPD officers by giving them monthly checks, having fundraisers, supporting them through hard times, helping ends meet. They do everything they can. They receive roughly between $200,000 to $275,000 a year, 99% of which comes from NYPD officers themselves. And Shanley has been a volunteer there since 2004. She held positions such as secretary, treasurer, and public director in her 13 years of volunteering. So what did Shanley do? Shanley was found embezzling money from the charity. She was using company credit cards and forged signatures for checks to gain access to money. She stole over $400,000 from 2012 to 2017. Some of these charges included $63,000 in legal fees for her son's recent manslaughter case, $10,000 to $15,000 to law firms for the same case, $32,000 for personal dental work, $26,000 for landscaping services, $7,000 to a woman who wasn't eligible for donations but was a close friend of hers, $8,000 in ticket sales for personal entertainment, $1,000 in personal parking tickets, and $29,000 for her grandson's private school tuition. She was arrested Thursday, March 21st, 2019. So what has she been charged with? She's been charged with bank fraud, which is the use of illegal means to obtain money, assets, or other property held by a financial institution. Her case is serious enough to be a felony. She can serve a maximum of 30 years in prison. However, the national average is only 52. She's also been charged with aggravated identity theft, which identity theft is the deliberate use of someone else's identity to gain things that benefit them. It is considered aggravated since it is connected to the bank fraud case. It has not been decided if this will be a felony or a misdemeanor yet, but it requires a mandatory 2 years in prison. So she could face a potential 32 years in prison. But since it's new, she has not been sentenced yet. Well, thank you all for coming to my meeting, and I hope you all enjoyed this and you have learned what it truly means to embezzle. And this is where you can find all this information. Chapter 7 in our Cengage book, Criminal Law and Cybercrimes, Section 3D, you can find white-collar crimes, and there's a paragraph over embezzlement. Here's my bibliography, and thank you.